Hi everybody, I'm Alessandro and my DJ name is Cioz, but most of the people say Cioz or Cioz or whatever. So many people actually get it wrong, but the real pronunciation is Cioz. I'm a DJ and producer from Italy, and I'm doing this job since 2015. So I'm doing this job since like 8 years already. 8, 9 years. Wow, that's a lot. Didn't imagine that was like so long. I mean, I was interested in music because like my father was playing music, was playing guitar, amateur level. But I always loved the vibe that I was playing guitar and playing songs to me. My older brother was playing the djembe. So at home there was, some music going on, and then I was interested to the sounds of Daft Punk, and then Dead Mouse, and then Paul Kalkbrenner, and I got closer and closer to the electronic music scene. And my brother gifted me like a console, a DJ console, like a MIDI controller, and like he wanted to say, go and play, even if I wasn't DJ. I don't know, that was insane. So I started DJing with my friends at home parties and stuff like that. And until a certain point, I was at a bar, like my favorite bar with my friends, and the bartender asked me to play a couple of tracks at behind the counter of the bar. And literally I was playing with the YouTube. So there was like a YouTube tab, and I did like a transition between another YouTube tab, and then he told me, "Are you free next Sunday? You want to DJ?" It's like, oh, man, it started like this. I was a YouTube DJ, and started like this. So I started like at a bar doing like aperitivo. The name comes from the surname. Really basic. My surname is Cozzolino, COZZ. And when I had the release with Ein Musica, I still didn't know how to name myself. What would be my artist name? Because like I was producing music, but I wasn't really interested in labels. I didn't know what labels were. And so a friend of mine said, "Oh man, your music is good, man. Send it to whom?" And it gave me like a list of labels for me, like a news story. I sent the tracks, and like I think Traum and Ein Musica answered positively. So I had to choose between Traum and Ein Musica. Also, something that probably you shouldn't do is sending your tracks to multiple labels, because then you have to choose, and then it's you break the relationship with the label. So I learned that immediately. And then they asked me, "What is your artist name?" And I was like, "Okay, I mean, I still don't know." And they gave me like 2 weeks of time to think about it. And then, I couldn't come up with anything creative. I was DJing as Cioz. I kept it. And now I have the issue that in other countries they don't pronounce it Cioz, so in a different way. But it's fine. It's something you get attached to. And I mean, that's who I am. I can never change it. Yeah, when I was younger, I mean, I was like into like pop music, or really pop music, singer-songwriter stuff, emotional things, like I like music in general. So for every mood there was someone to listen to. Like I was listening to even like reggae, or maybe Linkin Park, and then like I was changing a lot until I found like Daft Punk, and then there with Daft Punk I really ate their whole discography, and I loved that particular sound and the energy. And then from there, I digged more into electronic music, and I started to collect electronic music. I would say like Daft Punk, Dead Mouse, Kalkbrenner, and then Oliver Koletsky, Superflu, Endim, Cui Boratto. Those are like the people that I started to listen to when I started. When I got into electronic music, I was listening to them. And then, like, with time, I found out about other artists like Stimming or David August, Stefan Bodzin. Like, yeah, like little by little, you get to know more people and you get to know more artists, and you grab the best out of them, you know? And then I think that's what makes you who you are, right? If you have just one inspiration, it's not gonna work. You have to have multiple inspiration and try to make them yours, and then they will shape your sound into something completely new. From the title, you see that it's Lucky Shot Mix. It's because the original track is called Lucky Shot. And basically, Lucky Shot is a track that I released in 2019. And I think Dancing in the Night, I released it in 2021. I'm not sure. And what happened is that, like, Get Physical asked me to do a body language compilation. That's like a huge thing, and I think I was the 23rd person doing this compilation. There were like crazy names on it. I was like, oh my god. And they wanted to have as much as original songs in it. And it started like a DJ mix at the beginning, but now to ask for like permissions and everything, it's better if the track is original. A friend of mine, Marco from Boyo Boy, he's a German guy, and Boyo Boy is a duo, Marco and David. And David is French, actually. Marco one night told me, why don't you put like vocals on top of Lucky Shot? I have this friend of mine, Eleonora, and I think she definitely gonna do it. And then, yeah, we were there after the second or third beer, and we sent like a video message to Eleonora asking her if she could do this vocal edit of Lucky Shot. And she said yes. I mean, she was friend with Marco, not with me. Yeah? She said yes. And then, like, after, I don't know, 4 days, not even 4 days, she sent Marco the zip file with her recordings, and she thought that the track Lucky Shot was from me and Marco, you know, from me and Marco Boy, but in reality it was just mine. And she was like, oh no, Eleonora, like, you're wrong, it's like Alessandro's track. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, you know, I thought it was like you're together. So I mean, it happened by chance in the end. And so once I got it, I tried to do 2 versions. And one shorter and one longer, one for more for DJs and one more pop. So shorter. It's like the first radio edit, actually, the first like pop direction track that I tried to do. And in the end, it worked pretty nicely. Like on Spotify, it never went like in any like Spotify playlist, but it's like my top track. People love it, especially like in South Africa that I was there recently. Like, people are really loving it, and it's crazy how like one song can go around the world. It's a music collector, and but not just a music collector. It's also like a vibe spreader. He has to spread the vibe. He has to connect with the people he has in front and bring good energy. Depending on the music he does, maybe dark energies, but depending on the moment he's playing on. Like a DJ controls the vibe through music. It's two completely different things. It's two completely different work, and I'm doing them both. I don't know. Like sometimes, like DJing is amazing. You share vibes with people. After that you feel incredibly good. It's a super nice feeling to DJ. Once you get the confidence of staying on the stage, it's natural to stay there. It's amazing. The beginning, you get a little bit of anxiety when you go on stage. I still get it, but I try not to think about it. Like I think about that I have to go to the stage like just 5 minutes before going actually on the stage. So I'm just relaxed, and then the last 5 minutes I'm like, fuck, I have to start, But producing music, it's also insane. It's also amazing. It's what keeps me alive, basically. I feel safe producing music. I feel that whenever I have something in mind, I can just write it down. It's like everybody has his own way of expressing themselves. Doing music is my favorite, and so I think I prefer more producing, actually. Yeah, I make music because I need to, like people that are writing because they have to write, like people that paint because they have to paint. It's something that you have to do it. It makes me feel good, and so I do it. So Mi Manchi was like, it started from a jam that I found this this melody with the percussion, and I left it there because I had in mind that I wanted to do an album for Still for Talent. So I did a lot of ideas all together, and then I wanted to bring them up all together. And Mi Manchi. So actually, I didn't know how to name it. I had no idea how to name it, and there came my brother Stefano. I have two brothers. Marco is the oldest, and Stefano is in the middle. That actually today is his birthday. Happy birthday, Stefano! And I wrote like on Instagram, how should I name the track? I put like a snippet, and then I saw that my brother wrote like Mi Manchi, and then in the bracelets Mi Manchi. So me, like, the word game is like Mi Manchi, me as a monkey, and Mi Manchi as like I miss you in Italian. You pronounce it the same way, but I loved it. I love when something is like surreal, ironic, and it reflects a lot also the track. I feel like probably monkey is my spirit animal. I like to jump around, and the track is pretty nostalgic and happy. So it's good to put like Mi Monkey and I Miss You related with me as a monkey, I miss you, but still, I don't know. I found it super funny, and so I decided to keep it. Yeah, the inspiration of the track. I don't really know what inspiration I was doing there, but I wanted to do something similar as well to Lucky Shot. Like similar kind of techniques, we can say. So I wanted to have the bass as the main element of the track. I was experimenting many things in the album, but in this track I was like, okay, let's do something with a pretty nice hook with the bass. So I put that up front, and then I wanted to have like a break or build up, super shiny, super crystallized, and playing with the modulation of the synth, and it's what is me manchi basically. It was a fun moment. I have no idea. A chameleon. Because I did like down tempo music, I did like happy music, I did almost funky music, Afro house, I did some tracks are pretty dark, so how I would say colorful, because there's many different colors inside. I think happened like last week. The crazy story is like being able to be at Africa Burn. It was my first burn ever, and I decided to spend it with two friends of mine that I met like last year, Esteban and Ruben. Their DJ name is Purple Floyd, and they set up a camp called Tulpa, and I decided to arrive there in South Africa like 1 or 2 days earlier, so I could help to build a mutant vehicle, like our camp was doing a mutant vehicle, the Tulpa tank, and I got the whole experience. So arriving at Africa Burn 1 day earlier before the festival to help doing the camp, doing the tank, and then like, you know, with everybody like building the mutant vehicle, and the same night playing on top of it. We didn't have like we didn't think about finishing on Monday directly. We started like on Monday pretty late to start building the mutant vehicle. Monday evening, I wasn't even supposed to play on the Tulpa that evening. I was supposed to play in another stage, but they weren't ready. I lost everybody. I wanted to go to Ubulanti stage, and I mean, it wasn't Ubulanti, it was Tulpa that was there in the middle of the playa, and I climbed up, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, all the people in the front, like, in the morning was just, was naked. It was like, it's crazy. Maybe I will put a post in my Instagram, and I will put everything there so you can see the story. And then, yeah, from nothing, I played there on the Tulpa in front of I don't know how many people, and it was super spontaneous. And for me, this is crazy, playing on a stage that you actually built, and then it's moving around, and it was super surprising for me, super crazy. This track is called Déjeuner sur l'herbe. Listen to my pronunciation. Déjeuner sur l'herbe. From Boratto, but we did a remix. It's like me and Fairplay is two guys from Jordan. We did this remix of Boratto, Déjeuner sur l'herbe, for the label of Phonic Zatar. Basically, it happened because I got to know Fairplay. Actually, funny story, we were at a wedding in Jordan. They booked me to play at a wedding, and they were also playing, and the couple were really into like techno music, and they wanted to have a special DJ set at Wadi Ram, a crazy place, and there also Phonic was playing, and so we met all together. We stayed in contact. And Fairplay, actually, were hosting a party in Jordan. They invited me to play there. And the day after, they told me if I wanted to go in the studio because they were asked from Phonic to do a remix for Boratto, and they asked me if I wanted to participate. And so we spent a little time in studio. We jammed a bit together. We found the main ideas, and then we did a little bit of. I went back to Berlin, and then we did a little bit of back and forth until we had the remix done. And now I think it will probably be released in the beginning of July, so very soon. There's many inspiration here. As I told you before, Boratto is inspiration itself for me. When we start, like the music, it's a little bit like a ballad. It's like cuddling you. While we were jamming, I was playing this melody. Sounds like taking small steps. It's not very stable. It's very like journey kind of melody. It stays always on a note. Then it's not the fundamental, but it leads to somewhere else. And then I put underneath this very calm and nice and open progression. So very ballad style. And then when I sent the project to Fairplay, they brought in the Jordan vibes. So the track from a normal, like European, we could say, progression. Then they added this crazy Arab scale at the end of the track, and from one mood passed to Arab. You know, it's like there's everything. Like there is Boratto is South American, and so he had this ballad style melodies, and then I brought in the European progressions and so the Western progression, and then the Fairplay brought the Arab scale, and it's everything together, and it's a story, you know. It's a travel around the world. I don't know what are my next projects, but now I will spend a lot of time in the studio, and probably I'm working on EP, probably on Monaberry. Let's see if it's happening. And yeah, I want to produce more. I want to play more. I have some tour going on. I will go for the first time in Australia. I will go also for the first time in Canada. I will do Australia, India, and then I don't know. Probably there is maybe I go to Mexico, and after that, let's see if I go to Burning Man or not. I don't know. Since I was at Africa Burn this year, I don't know if it makes sense to also do the Burning Man or just wait another year. Otherwise, too many emotions altogether. But definitely, I want to explore. I want to know more. I want to know people. I want to know places. I want to get new inspirations, and I want to come back in the studio and put down everything, all the ideas that I collect. So 3 tracks are Photay, Illusion of Seclusion, Stop Bajon from Tullio de Piscopo, and then Sophie Lloyd, Calling Out, fit James Brown. It's like they're not techno tracks. It's not tracks that I would play at the club. Maybe Photay, Illusion of Seclusion could be a really nice opening track, actually. I never played it though. Maybe it's also nice to do an edit of it. It's pretty nice.